everybody? George Reviews is back. I am the 80s Transformers fan. Today on George Reviews, we'll be taking a look at another Dragon Ball Z figure from SH Figuarts. Yeah, I'm a huge fan of Dragon Ball Z, and I'm a huge fan of these Figuart figures now, apparently. This is Son Gohan in battle clothes. At least that's what the package tells us. I know him more as Gohan from the Frieza saga or the Namek saga. This is the standard packaging from SH Figuarts for these Dragon Ball Z and GT and everything Dragon Ball toy line. On the front of the box, we have an image of the toy within. I mean, it's almost identical except for the hands on the hip. Over here it says Son Gohan, Battle Clothes, SH Figuarts. This is Tamashii Nation's quality seal right here. I guess this let us know this is an authentic toy. We have Dragon Ball Z right here. Tamashii Nation right here. Get it even closer. Toynami right there. Bandai. Side of the box, black and white image of the product. SH Figuarts Son Gohan. Battle Clothes. Back of the box, more of the same. But we see Krillin right here. And the side of the box. And here we go. Let's get Gohan open and take a look. Nothing further within this box. Usually there's some type of little label. So that's all I see inside. Oh, I forgot they added a label to the inside of the flap right here. A little bit of instructions, which is clever, and it saves paper. Here is Gohan and everything he comes with. He comes with an extra wig, an extra piece of hair, his hands. He comes with 3 extra sets of hands and then 1 additional hand, and I believe a secondary chest plate. I don't know if this allows for more movement. First I thought it was going to be a battle damage chest plate. I do not know what that's about. And alternate faces, which is cool. And 1 Dragon Ball, a pearlized Dragon Ball, as opposed to the previous wave where they were more translucent. So, let's see if I can get it open without making a mess. Oh, it's just a little lid. Here is Gohan. Come on, Gohan. Yeah. Oh, man, he is tiny. I hope y'all don't think I'm soft for saying this, but it is so cute. Has a little piece of plastic right there. Let's get him back here. Can you stand up right out of the box or what, Gohan? Oh, looks like you need a little help in positioning. There we go, little fella. Alright, I'm going to get all of this. Wait, check this one out. This is the hair. So I'm going to get these, or I guess it's the extra head. Completed head just needs a faceplate. I'm going to get all this stuff out. Additional hands come in a little separate clam, which is nice. That's cool so they don't fall out and get lost. And secondary chest plate. I don't know if this allows more movement or what. I believe these faces are individually packed. Yep, the faces are individually packed as well. And 1 Dragon Ball. A Namekian Dragon Ball, pearlescent, and a little bit of plastic. So let's get into it. Bring Gohan closer. Take a look at that head sculpt and his face. He has a very stern look on his face, like he's just about to go off and whoop some butt. Not a lot of paint going on, not a lot of shading. He has his flesh tone plastic, the black plastic for the hair. His eyes are painted white with black pupils outlined in black. He has a little bit of paint on his mouth, just enough. But we get it. We see the expression looks like the artwork. There is some, what is this, like a beige plastic on top of the shoulder patch, which is white plastic. Well, it's actually painted underneath as well. Then he's mostly, the whole chest piece is white plastic with some blue painted here, the beige painted here, and the neck is his flesh tone with some blue painted for the collar. Then the pants are blue paint with white plastic for the feet. Little tiny feet, boy, and they have the nerve to be articulated. Getting a little bit ahead of myself. Let's get the plastic off this guy. I mean, this guy is tiny. Kind of felt guilty paying 60 bucks for this thing. But this guy is tiny. I think this is the first time he's ever been released in this armor from SH Figuarts. But I mean, his head is like 1/3 of his body. Man, he got a dome on him. So let's see what he can do. Gohan can look down this far. He can look up this far. Can he fly and look forward? See if we can get him I don't know. I hate when flying guys. Guys that fly should be able to look straight forward when they fly. I guess that's close enough. We got side to side. His head is on a ball joint, so it'll do all the things ball joints can do. And with his haircut, there's no hair hindering him. Got 360, side to side. And his neck moves as well. In and out of that neck. His shoulder pads are articulated so he can move his arms. They're on a ball hinge joint that goes into his arms. Some little unique joint right there. And trying to get it to 360 at the shoulder. And mission accomplished. I think mostly. I got to get it back around. Come on, a little bit more. There we go. Dude, this arm joint drops down. And it comes forward. I guess this hinge back here helps it out. I didn't even really pay attention to that. But it comes forward to help him reach around his chest a little bit more. And it just felt so natural while I was trying to pose him that I didn't realize this was an extra point of articulation back here. So I'm glad I caught it before the video was over. Move up and down this far to the back. We have a bicep swivel on that tiny bicep. Got a ball sort of hinge for the elbow right here. Get it to come forward this much. Tiny little arms. Then this tiny little fist. Man, if this ever falls in the floor, it is gone forever. Let me see. Is it a hinge on it? I don't know. I think it's a hinge on it. Yep. We can hinge it in and hinge it out. It is small, boy. Small, but it's... The shoulder pads move out of the way so you can get all the articulation that you might want. Coming down to his chest section right here, midsection articulation. Left to right. It probably will 360, but I don't think it's necessary to do that. See, can it double over? You can bend over this much at the chest. And back that much. We sort of kind of did that when we were flying. I tried to imitate flying. Waist articulation. 360 is brand new, it's stiff, you can hear it, and we can see all the hinges to his legs and thighs. Let's see, we get his legs out this far to the side. He can kick this far to the front while kicking to the back. Let's flex the midsection right here, and he can give somebody the boot. Very tight. He has a thigh swivel. And double jointed knee. I was not expecting that, but his leg is so stumpy. You don't get a whole lot out of it, but I guess that's enough. Man, about the boot cut. Nothing at the boot cut, so you're going to have to swivel the upper thigh to get a change in stance. At least I think there's nothing. I don't want to keep turning it too hard. And coming to his foot, it's on a ball joint, standard SH Figuarts type thing. Yeah, we get a left or right, and it rocks front, back, and toe articulation. This is a... So now I'm going to get into some of his interchangeable parts. We're going to start with his head and the face. And if this line, I think there's a line right there, it is hidden very well. This is a very clean cut to separate this. There it is. And we get the giant forehead underneath. We're going to take off the stern face. And after this, I think I'm just going to cut from face to face because you see the process. Take out. I'm going to go from the bottom up. Here is, I think this is sort of a sad expression. Krillin, are you okay? Right there. There's nothing wrong with it. I don't think I'll be using this one a lot because I need more action out of my Gohan. But or maybe he can, like, he's sensing something. Is that my dad? Same paint apps follow from the previous head, just a different expression in his eyes and his lips. Next up is a happy expression, and this one is very cool. Like this a lot. We got teeth in his mouth with some indentation in the teeth. I hope I don't have too much light in that. Kind of separating individual teeth. We can see his tongue. We can see the bottom row of teeth. And there's some paint in his inner mouth. And as far as the eyes, the same paint applies. The white with the black dots and the black outline. You can see his eyebrow under there just a little bit. Yeah, we did it! Next up is Gohan's angry face. I won't let you get away with this, Frieza! We got some gritting teeth. We got a little jagged black line going through to make the teeth look angry. And we have the angry eyes. And now we have the angry yelling head. Looks like his eyes are a little too far underneath the hair sculpt on his head. And I'm pretty sure it's meant to go with the other hair, but I'm still putting it on like this first. You animal! You can see his teeth and his tongue, even more teeth on the bottom row going towards the back. You can even see his little, what's that, ganglia hanging down the back of his throat. That is pretty cool. Now to change out the entire head. Okay, we're going to pop this off. And I might as well do this now. So I'm going to separate the hair right now. You can see where this hair separates better than the other one. Separate it right there. Bring in the angry yelling face that I believe is specifically meant for this head. Or better suited for this head. Put the hair back on. Look at the hair sculpt. That looks great. Got some few stray strands and the power surging, lifting his hair up. Anger. Oh, there's the ball joint and there's the ball port for the ball joint. A little snapping. Ah! Out of the way, Frieza! Looks great. I mean, that looks fantastic. All the money went into this face right here in this hair. This is awesome. This is like where he gives Frieza the boot. Everybody remembers Cell giving Krillin the big boot, but this guy gave Frieza the big boot first. He originated the big boot action to the side of the head. He was like, BOW! Kick Frieza out of there to get the Krillin. Like, you get your, you know what, out of here. Man, this pretty much is going to be my Gohan on the shelf. Just like, wow. I had to get my Frieza out here so he could take a beating. Alright, I wanted to see what it looks like with the only mostly pissed off head sculpt. Yeah, this hair is meant to go strictly with this face. I mean, it doesn't look bad, and you probably could put any face you wanted on this hair. But yeah, I think this is the one right here. They might as well just made one separate head. But this hair looks fantastic. Okay, I wanted to go for the interchangeable hands next, but I need to know what this chest plate thing is about. What's going on with that? Okay, this comes off, right? And let's see the other one. Like, is this not the same chest plate? Is this an extra? I don't get it. Let me put it on and check it out. See what's up. Does it allow the shoulder pads to connect better in different positions? I don't know. Totally don't get the difference in the chest plates. And if I've dropped them, I probably wouldn't know which is one and which is two. Alright, move this one over here. Put the original back on, see if I can see what went on there. Yeah. And I hate to look stupid, but I genuinely have no idea what the difference is. And I have no problem with admitting that. I'm not going to Google it, try to reshoot this, look like a genius or something like that. But I don't get it. First I thought this was going to be battle damage or something, but I don't know. If you know, let me know. Appreciate it. Comments below. Next up, we're going to go for some interchangeable hands. And again, I'm just going to pop on and off the first set and then do the rest of them off camera. Okay, and these things are tiny. I'm going to go from the bottom up once again. Open palms, key blasting palms right here. Tiny little fist. Pop one. Pop two. And we got some little ball pigs right here. Left hand. Right hand. Got these on him so we can get a good pose. His arms are stubby, man. He's a little dude. How old was he during this saga? Ah! He's gonna do a blast. Ah! And he got some little arms. Like maybe these things change out to help him butterfly more. Or come across his chest more. I don't know. Let me see. Let's switch it up again. Should have been a little bit more prepared for this video. But that's how I roll. Maybe they help him get his hands out front more. I'm guessing maybe. Yeah. Ah, my sinker. Ah. Alright, I'm going to change out the one right hand for that single clutching right hand we have. Alright, here is the clutching hand and taken straight from the box art and straight from the cartoon when he was trying to finish off Frieza. Bracing his arm for the blast. Ah! Shoulder pads everywhere and Masenka! I don't even know what he used at that point. But you get it. Okay, I'm sure these flat palms depict many things, but I remember him and Krillin was standing on the cliff and they were supposed to have been out of power and they shot a ki blast. I can't remember who they did. They saved Vegeta or Piccolo or whatever, but they both had their hands out and shot one blast to help save the day. Here's Gohan with his martial arts stance hands when he's about to get into a confrontation with the bad guys. I think we saw him do this against Raccoon. Can't remember too many other times where he used this stance with these hands. But they are a welcome addition to this set. The last thing to look at in this set is the Namekian Dragon Ball. It is the number 3 Dragon Ball. And this is the only true accessory. The rest of the things are interchangeable parts that go to the figure. So this would be an accessory. It's completely pearlized. You can't even see where this thing was assembled at. Sort of count, I guess, if you get really close. I don't know. I thought I could see a line. Looks very good. I kind of like the more translucent ones that came out in the first wave of Namekian Dragon Balls they released, but anyway, and I wanted to see if we can prop this under his arm and he can hold on to the thing. And I don't think it's going to happen. Ah, man, I would love for him to be able to pose with this thing under his arm. No. Nope. Here it is, and I kind of figured it wouldn't take much to get him to hold on to it. I really wanted it propped under his arm. I figured I can do this at any point in time, probably with all the hands, even with the fist, can get his hands underneath and hold the Dragon Ball. And man, this thing is so tiny and so cool. I'm telling you. Oh, and this Dragon Ball is not light. It has some weight to it, and he's able to still stand up with it in his hands. So that's cool. Alright, it's time to give Gohan the size up and the rundown. Here's our Gohan next to Master of the Universe Classics Orko, Transformers Generation 1 Bumblebee, Star Wars Vintage Series R2-D2, Transformers Masterpiece Optimus Prime Go Big or Go Home, SH Figuarts Saiyan Raised on Earth Goku, SH Figuarts Dragon Ball Superhero Movie Vegeta, and SH Figuarts Full Power Broly from the Broly movie. So, okay, this guy is very cool for what you get at that price point. I was kind of a little bit worried because he was a little guy, but this figure, I think he's an 8 out of 10. I would have him higher because I think all SH Figuarts, Dragon Ball Z, Dragon Ball GT, Dragon Ball Super, and Superhero characters should come with a blast effect. I mean, that's all they did was blow stuff up. I mean, unless it's Bulma, they should have a blast effect. So I took away 1 point for this guy not having a blast effect. And while I'm not a huge fan of dry brushing and a wash on figures, usually I like toys that look like toys. But at this price point, and he's a little guy, I think his armor is so bright white. Like, around his chest and his gloves and his boots should have had just a little bit of a wash or a little bit of a lining to it, because he just seems a little bit mute, and he took a beating on Namek like throughout that whole saga, going back and forth with Frieza and Frieza's minions. He took a little bit of a beating, especially from Raccoon. So they could have put a little bit of scuffing on that guy and I wouldn't have mind. And the Namek saga was my favorite saga. The Namek / Frieza saga. Like that entire saga. And I'm trying to get all of these guys. I ordered him and Krillin at the same time. So spoiler alert, Krillin review coming. But he was a nice pickup and a welcome addition to my SH Figuarts collection. I got him for, I think it was $65. And if you're into SH Figuarts and you're thinking about getting this figure, I do recommend him because he's pretty cool for what you get. And if you haven't already, please think about subscribing to my channel. And if you have already subscribed, please like. It helps out my channel. I want to thank all of you guys for watching another episode of George Reviews, the reviews where every toy has a story.